So I wanted to talk a little bit about Lee because the character is starting to get a little bit of attention online. I think people are starting to see some of the character's strengths. But he's such a technical and difficult character that I think a lot of people don't really know what he does. You see him so rarely. So I thought it might be an interesting video to just like sort of talk about what he does, what his style is, and why I think, you know, I've been playing him the past couple of days. I think he's a lot of fun, but probably not a character for everybody. Definitely not a character for everybody. So let's talk about what makes him so unique. But one thing I'll say before we get started is that I'm still a Lee newbie myself. I'm still learning about the characters, so don't mistake this for a guide or anything. I'm just talking about the elements that I've been using and that I think are really cool. So like I said, Lee is this really technical character that I think is defined by all of the different just frames that he has in his strings. He has moves like forward 4-1 that has a just frame that will make this move +5 on block. He also has things like back 1+2. Which is also a just frame. We've also got forward 2. We have 1-2-4, if I could do that. Yep, 1-2-4. And then if you're really, really nice, you could do 1-3-3. Let's see. Oop. There we go, okay. Really, really big 10 frame punish. It requires you to do 2 just frame inputs back to back, which, as you can imagine, is a bitch to do. But as a follow-up to it, if you do knock somebody down like that, you do get this as a follow-up, so you can get 40 damage total, which I think is pretty good. Very hard to do, though. But Lee is this really defensive, sort of, I would say, bobbing in and out style of character. When he gets really far away from you, it can be super threatening because he has the mix-up of going between forward 3, which is this safe mid that does a significant amount of damage and pushback on block. It's only -9, so he can't be punished if it does make contact with you. And he also has this low, which is punishable, but is also a low that reaches from almost full screen, right? Super, super far reaching, not that. And he's also encouraged to keep the opponent out by using moves like back 4 that goes into Hitman stance. And then out of Hitman stance, he has a number of different options. The 3 is this armored high. He has a mid launcher. He has this little jab. He has 1+2, which is that. He has 4, which is the low. And I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think he has anything else out of this. And the other thing about back 4 is that on top of being super safe, it's also a counter hit launcher. So if you've got some really nice execution, you can get massive corner carry and damage off of it. He does also have this misstep, which he can do out of some moves. And honestly, I don't think he has a ton of moves out of this. He has like this 3-4, which is a launcher on hit. So if I do this, see if we can get a full combo. But really the misstep you end up using in a lot of your combos. It is a little bit difficult, but you are able to loop. This is like a back 2 in the misstep loop. And it's really satisfying to do if you're able to get pretty good at it, but it is difficult. Yeah, there we go. But as you can see, Lee has like a tremendous amount of wall carry. It's insane. Now, once we're at the wall, I'm still kind of piecing together what the game plan is, but I mean, he's got wall stuff just like anybody else would. That seems decent. Now, in terms of a low game, it seems like he doesn't necessarily have the type of low that like, it's like a high risk, high reward type thing. Not usually, at least. Instead, he has the type of lows that are just kind of irritating to deal with, like big sweeping lows like that keep him at a pretty safe distance, and he's only -13. Do they have a 13 frame button that can reach that far? Maybe, but maybe not. He also has like down 2, which is able to go into Hitman stance, and then you have your regular options there. Maybe do like the high crush, do the low, whatever you want to do. You also have back 3, and you have this down back 3. But in general, these are the types of tools that you want to use to like harass and annoy the opponent rather than like a hell sweep that's going to lead into a massive combo, right? Another really sick tool is this wall standing 14 frame launcher. So he goes 2-3, and then he's able to push forward 3. And it takes a little bit of practice, but compared to like all the just frames and stuff, it's honestly very manageable. While I'm still putting the pieces together, I have been having a ton of fun playing Lee. I think the premise of this sort of evasive like counter hit based playstyle that has this really simple long distance game plan, but then a more complex in your face game plan is something like pretty new to me that I haven't really experienced before, and it's been a lot of fun learning about and navigating. But yeah, like I said, this wasn't intended to be a tutorial or guide. I just took a little bit of time to pick up a new character today, and I was really having a lot of fun with him, so I wanted to talk about, you know, what's been so interesting and cool to me. Let me know what you think about this style of video. I think, you know, talking about just some of the more interesting details of these characters on like a very surface level could help people who aren't intending to play these characters and just know a little bit more about them. That way, you know, some of these tools, you've at least seen them before in this video, you're aware of it. So yeah, peace out for now. Be well, be healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everyone.
Round 2. Fight. Fight!